Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I'm Aja A, and as you see me on your screen, you know I'm here to talk to you today about something going on in the cosmos and the universe, what's going on with the stars, the planets. Excuse me. Before I get started, I'm making this video and putting this video out the day before my birthday. I don't know why that's so exciting to me, but this video is about the Capricorn full moon, and you know what, I know why it's exciting. I'm a rising Capricorn, so this is one of my moons, and I'm also a Cancer. My birthday is tomorrow on the 29th. Excuse me, on the 29th, and I think it's just very interesting to be talking to you guys about the energies that I deal with on a day-to-day. So, yeah, before I get started talking about the moon, we've got a lot of things going on in the universe right now. We're in the Gemini lunar season, which that energy has been very interesting, very intense. We're in the Cancer solar season, which is all about love and emotions. We're about to come back up on the Leo Aquarius eclipses coming up next month. We have 2 more retrogrades starting in Mars and Neptune, and in addition to all the other retrogrades going on, we've got Saturn still in retrograde, Pluto still in retrograde, Jupiter still in retrograde. We're coming up on a Mercury retrograde, another one in another fire sign next month in a few weeks. So it's a lot going on in the world, in the universe right now, that is lending to this crazy energy that we have going down. And then on top of that, we got this Capricorn full moon coming up, and we've got Saturn in Capricorn and a bunch of other planets in Capricorn. Not a bunch, but a couple other planets retrograding in Capricorn right now, I believe, or like one or two. Excuse me. Sorry, it's my birthday's tomorrow. I'm a little sad because I feel okay, little dog. I feel a cold coming on. I'm like, of all times, like, why couldn't I get sick last week or, you know, next week? But it's okay. We're gonna try and, kick it. Gonna eat some garlic, gonna drink some apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna drink some orange juice. I can't really stay home and sleep, but I'm gonna try to take it easy. Whatever, I just want to enjoy my birthday. I really want to enjoy turning 26, y'all. But anyway, so yeah, I'm talking to y'all about the full moon in Capricorn today. And anything else for the intro? I don't think so. Let's just get right to it. So for those of you guys that have no clue what a full moon is, or you have never watched one of my videos, I give a little brief in every video. Full moon is basically when the sun, the moon, and the earth are all aligned, and the side of the moon that is illuminated is facing us. So the full moon is very heavily associated with shedding light onto things, gaining clarity in certain situations, and then also, as the moon governs our emotions, the full moon is associated with the release of certain emotions. And as I say in all of my moon videos, I more so say the new moon is more of an anxious time filled with a lot of anxiety and mystery and confusion, whereas the full moon is a little bit more emotional, a little more sappy, because we are actually dealing with things coming up and going out, and we're working through the emotions attached to them, dealing with the moon, okay? Excuse me, sorry. With the full moon being in the sign of Capricorn, the emotions may be a little weird around this time. Capricorn is an earth sign, and for those of you guys that have a lot of Capricorn in your chart or know a lot of Capricorns, you know that Capricorn does not really exhibit a lot of emotions. They, in no way do they not have any. They just are not really good with communicating them and expressing them. So, and then the moon governs our emotions. So during this time, half of y'all are probably going to be very emotional and be in a space to where you can't get a grip on your emotions or understand why you're feeling all of those emotions attached to certain things that they're attached to. Meanwhile, the other half is going to be dealing with leaning more so on the Capricorn side of, being, what's up, Chelsea? What's up, mama? Come here. Or not. You guys will be leaning more towards the Capricorn side of just being completely or feeling detached from things that you feel like you should be a little more invested in emotionally, and not understanding why you're not feeling certain things that you would maybe normally feel. And that's all this full moon being in Capricorn type of energy, okay? All right, y'all know I have my notes in every video. I don't know that I will ever do a video where I'm not looking down at my notes. I want to give y'all the accurate information, okay? So Capricorn is an earth sign, as I said, which means it comes from the earth element, and the earth element is, earth element has to do with, you know, our foundations, our stability, our finances, our relationships sometimes, really our tangible possessions. And then Capricorn is, I have all of my siblings except for one. I have one Gemini sibling, and then the rest of them are Capricorn. So this is also a very interesting time in regards to like just thinking about my family too. Like, we're in my youngest brother's lunar season, and we're having a moon in the rest of my siblings' earth sign, and then my rising sign. So it's always interesting. And my sister is rising Gemini, and Gemini moon as well. So we're doing this. Just interesting when you start learning everybody's natal charts and stuff. But let's get back to it. Capricorns are builders. Capricorns are planners. Capricorns are very laid back, very chill, but also very determined. Excuse me, y'all. Caps are considered the father of the zodiac, which makes this a very interesting time because we are in Cancer solar season, which Cancer is considered the mother of the zodiac. So Capricorn is a sign of authority. And with this moon, this full moon being in the sign of Capricorn, what we're looking at during this time is really figuring out a way to restabilize ourselves within the foundations that we've been trying to plan and build upon throughout the beginning of, or the first half. I'm saying the beginning, y'all, we're in June, like the first half of the year. Gosh, that's crazy. This moon, because we're dealing with illumination and clarity, it's going to be showing us like how are our plans not falling into place? How are the things that we set up and the way that we set them up not working out for us? Also going to be looking at, as we're dealing with clarity, how they're not working out. How can we actually fix that so that they do work out? So we're going to be releasing all of this stuff, and then by the time the new moon in Cancer rolls around, you'll have an idea of what it is that you need to manifest for really making these foundations, making these plans stick, and making them successful as well. Capricorn is also a very routine sign, so with the full moon, we'll also be looking at, you know, what habits are no longer serving us. Basically, what are our bad habits and which ones do we need to do away with? And also in learning what they are, we'll also be learning why they don't serve us and why they need to be done away with. A lot of people sometimes don't understand with this moon stuff. It brings in these new things or phases out these old things, but also with the moon, you're also supposed to get an understanding of why these things are happening. So when things are going down, especially if you're into astrology, I would say to just pay very close attention to what's shifting, what's changing, and then take a little bit of time to reflect and come to a point where you understand why it's changing. Okay, if you gotta meditate for some clarity, meditate for some clarity. Full moons are actually a really good time to do clarity meditations. I do want to put that out there. Excuse me, y'all. I really think I'm getting sick. Do y'all know I'm probably finna down like a whole thing of garlic? Like, I'm not trying to be sick tomorrow. Okay. Capricorn is more reserved. We just came off of a full fire moon, and then we're in a Gemini lunar cycle, so that's air. The Capricorn energy lends us a little bit of grounding during this time, because we were dealing with so much of that intense energy. Air and fire are the movers of the zodiac. Water and earth are more of the stabilizers and the kind of like the cleansers or the healers. So this Gemini moon, this Capricorn moon coming in, this Capricorn full moon coming in is going to lend a little bit of earth energy, and it's going to help us become a little bit more grounded during this time by showing us the things that we need to release. And sometimes, if you guys don't know a lot about this stuff, fire and air energy can really make you feel very like all over the place, we do need this Capricorn energy to come in and kind of move out whatever fire and air we don't need right now, if that makes any sense. And then Capricorn is cardinal, so cardinal signs start the seasons. Capricorn starts the winter season. So coming with that energy into this full moon, we're looking at, you know, the winter is the time of, you know, things dying out, things calming down, cycles ending, phases ending. This Capricorn, this cardinal Capricorn full moon is going to really come in and show us, okay, what are the last and final touches that we need to put onto our plans in order to, excuse me, in order to make them successful for whatever it is that we're trying to do. And then it's also, this moon is also going to come in and show us, okay, we've been doing all of this work, we've been doing this planning, we've been doing this, you know, we've been starting to make moves, starting to take action. We know what we need to do now. We know what works. We know what doesn't work right now. This full moon is also going to come in and say, okay, you got all of that down. You figured all of that out. Now you need to focus on your end goal. What do you want all of this work to look like in the long run? What do you want all of the energy you put in to turn out into in the end? So as I was, gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. As I was saying earlier, with Saturn being in Capricorn and this being a year of breaking things down, that's all happening so that we can make space to move things in. And now that we're understanding what's being broken down and why it's being broken down, this Capricorn full moon is coming in to say, hey, listen, you know what's going on. I need you to focus on the future a little bit. Capricorn is all about future planning, okay? Excuse me. And it's really gonna, Capricorn's a very determined energy, so it's really gonna bring in that energy to really buckle us down into the things that we really need to do, or into tapping into that kind of entrepreneurial, that business mind of, okay, what's the plan? How am I getting to it? And what is this really gonna look like in the end, okay? And as I've been doing in, y'all, I am getting sick. I'm winded and I haven't gone anywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a break. As I've been doing in my last like few videos, I've been tapping a little bit into the numerologies of these moons. And this Capricorn full moon falling in the Cancer solar season, in the Gemini lunar season, is coming up in 6 degrees. And if you know anything about numerology, even if you don't know anything about numerology, I'm about to kick some game to you right now anyway. So 6 is the number of nurturing. 6 is number of building. It's also a very harmonious number. And what I think is very, very interesting is that we're having the father of the zodiac's full moon in the number of, in the motherhood number. 6 is considered the motherhood number. So we're really dealing with this nurturing energy, this stabilizing energy, okay? And it really plays into that Cancer solar energy and that Capricorn lunar energy. On a more general level, that 6 degree energy is going to come in to kind of show us the ways in which we want to present ourselves publicly, and then the ways that we're dealing with ourselves personally as far as our growth and our spirituality is concerned. And because we're talking about the number 6 under the parents of the zodiac signs, this is also going to be a time where a lot of family things may be popping up for a lot of you, especially if you have heavy Cancer or heavy Capricorn in your chart. And when I say family things, you know what, let me talk about these 2 numbers first, and then I'll go back to that because it'll make more sense once I tell you about the other numbers. But just know that you may see some shifts in your familial relationships or your foundations within your family. This moon falls on the 28th day, the day before the best day of the year, June 29th. Falls on the 28th day, and the number 2 resonates with harmony, with peace, with cooperation, with building, and you guys were in an 11 year, so we're also working with 2 energy, and the 2 also resonates with Cancer energy. Then you've got the number 8, which resonates with success, abundance, building, and it's also the karmic number, and that number is tapping more into the Capricorn energy of that building, that growth. So those energies are amplified under the signs that we have going on for this moon currently right now. And 28 also breaks down to 10, which breaks down to 1, which has everything to do with new beginnings and manifestation and tapping into the energies that I just mentioned. So this is saying like this time of healing, and now I'll tell you what I was about to tell you guys. So because we're talking about familiar relationships and we're talking about karmic numbers and talking about, you know, harmony and peace, a lot of us are going to be dealing with certain things coming up, most likely from our childhoods. This is going to be a time where your inner child, what needs to be healed through your inner child, is going to start to become evident, or you're going to start any childhood traumas, if you have had any, will start to maybe resurface, or you'll start to think about them. And that's only because this moon is trying to show you, okay, there are certain things that you're still carrying around or that you haven't worked through yet, that you need to work through, that you need to release in order to become the person that you're supposed to be. I'm a very transparent person. When I tell y'all 2 days ago, I was crying my eyes out and I was like, what is going on? And I was thinking about family stuff. I ended up thinking a lot about, you know, the way that I came up. I'm just like, I don't understand why this is so prominent for me right now. Why is this so important? Why is this popping up right now? One, because this is my energy. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and a Capricorn rising. And then I've got a Cancer Venus and Capricorn, Neptune, and Uranus, I think. But two, because that is the energy that is, you know, over the world right now, over the earth right now, is that Cancer loving energy opposing the Capricorn building, let's make things the way that they're supposed to be. And they're the parents of the zodiac. So those energies have been very heavy. So family stuff has been coming up really tough for me and a lot of people around me. And, you know, if that's been popping up for you, just understand that that's this energy, and just understand that no matter how crazy it may seem, this stuff is, as I say in every video, it's all divine timing. This is happening because there are some things that need to be. My puffs aren't the same size, y'all. Dang. I went the whole video with uneven puffs. Party foul. You know, this familiar energy gonna be a little heavy for us for the next couple of weeks. And also as I say, like on my tarot readings, the energy for the moons are either very heavy for you during the shadow, like around the actual moon, or they become a little more drawn out and a little less intense throughout the actual phase that we're talking about. So we're talking about the next couple of weeks into mid-July, where this Capricorn full moon energy may be very heavy. Thank God. I think that the energy for me is just going to be very heavy around the actual moon. And I tend to be able to pick up if it's gonna last or if it's just gonna be around the moon once I come up on the moon. And this feeling this time, I feel like it's just gonna be around this moon. You guys start paying attention to the moon cycles and the way that your life works out around these times, because you can really prepare yourself for things that may be coming in, especially tough things that may be coming in before they come in, and how to deal with those energies, okay? What else? We talked about 28, talked about the number 6. Oh yeah, it's falling in the 6th month of June. It's rounding out June, but June is the 6th month. So again, dealing with, you know, that nurturing, building that growth energy, but also it's the first month of summer. So as I was saying earlier, although we're having a Earth moon, I associate summer with fire energy. So what's going to be happening now is we're going to be enjoying the fruits of our labor, or starting to enjoy the fruits of our labor, and we're also going to start seeing the things that we really started planning really start to come into play, really start to shift. Things start to shift again. Changes with our family as well, changes with our foundations, because we're talking about, because we're talking about Capricorn energy. Another quick little piece into the numerology. 28 breaks down to 1, so it's a 1 day, but in the grand scheme, the actual full date breaks down to a 9-day. And if you know anything about 9s, that's ending cycles, that's wrapping things up. 9 is a very highly spiritual number. It's a number associated with completion. So with this full moon being in Capricorn, and we're talking about family stuff, and we're talking about, you know, certain things that aren't serving us in the ways that we're trying to build upon our foundations, this being on a 9-day is saying this Capricorn moon is really going to show us how to to phase out the things that we really don't need, the things that are kind of holding us up and holding us back from doing what we're supposed to be doing and falling into alignment with what we're supposed to be falling into alignment with, okay? And I'm psyched because the 28th is a 9-day, which means my birthday is a 1-day, and I'm super excited, but which means I'm going into a 1 year. So new beginnings for me, but for everybody else, for this moon, we're wrapping shit up. Cancer, Capricorn, again, cardinal sign that starts the winter season, wrapping shit up. So like I said, we got to break some habits. We got to get some clarity on some things that are no longer working for us, and habits, like I said, habits that we need to change, things that we need to change about the way that we're trying to build things. You know, being under that 6 energy, all about nurturing, all about growth, all about harmony, being with that too. And this is a very karmic, spiritual time, divine timing with that 8 coming in the 28. And then again, it being a 9-day, just wrapping things up, really putting an end to the things that are no longer serving us. The last half of the year, the energy is going to be very, very different. You guys have probably felt it with the summer solstice coming in. So just imagine what you were feeling around the 21st, all of that new, vibrant, let's get some new things going type of energy. We're going to be working with that. Like we're about to be working with that in this this Capricorn full moon is really like, hey, I want you to work with the new things coming in, but you got to get rid of some shit first. You know, you got to fix some things first before you can do any of that. Okay, I think that's it about the moon. I was slacking for a second, but I try to remember to tell you guys the people that are going to be really affected by this moon are people with Capricorn in their personal planets. Really any planet, but if you've got Capricorn in any of your personal planets, like your sun, your moon, or your rising, even like your Mars or Mercury or Venus, but really your sun, moon, or rising, you're probably going to be affected by this moon. And as I say in all my videos, either, you know, very positively, or it may feel very negative, but everything happens for a reason. Just keep that in mind. People with, so Capricorn heavy charts, people with any planets in 6 degrees or within a couple of units of 6 degrees, you will probably be very affected by this, especially if those planets are in cardinal signs or in Capricorn, or even Cancer, but really if it's in Capricorn. And then if you've got a lot of Earth in your chart, you can definitely expect to feel the effects of this moon a little more intensely than, you know, your friends or your peers. All right, guys, I talked about the numerologies. I talked about the sign. I did talk about emotions. Full moons are an emotional time. Just prepare yourself to be feeling sappy. With it being Capricorn, prepare yourself to be really emotional and not understanding why the hell you're so emotional or what you're even emotional about. Or be prepared to be feeling like you should be feeling more and you're not, and not understanding why that is. And the reason is Capricorn, the full moon being in Capricorn. If you guys do full moon intentions, I'll have a blog up. I'll put a link down in the description box as soon as I get that blog up. But this is a good time to do your full moon intentions surrounding clarity on any situations, surrounding releasing and breaking certain habits. And then also, what else do I have here? Your emotional connections, especially if you feel like you want to fix any emotional relationships that you have with anybody, ways to clear out any negative energy. Full moon is a good time to place intentions for those things. And then also regarding ending cycles, anything that you want to end, anything that you feel like you know actively is not serving you, good time for those intentions. I do want to put a little asterisk on this video right here. Not really, but just a little insert. I see a lot of people hype beasting, riding the wave, myself and a lot of other spiritual coaches or healers, whatever you want to call us, take offense to that. I actually do. I don't think that you should use spirituality as a hype beast type of thing. But with that being said, I see a lot of people putting up full moon rituals and trying to manifest new things. This is not a time to manifest anything new that you want coming into your life. The full moon should be specifically used for releasing things that are no longer serving you and gaining clarity. I do want to make it very clear, if you guys are trying to manifest, you're trying to intend new foundations or new situations to come into your life around the full moon, I can almost guarantee you that they will not work out. The full moon is about release. The full moon is about cleansing. So if you're doing intentions during the full moon, make them about release, make them about cleansing, make them about clarity, make them about letting go, okay? All right, that is it for the full moon shits. As you guys know, the last part is the video plug. Listen, stay here. Don't click out yet because this stuff is kind of important. I've got something exciting coming up for you guys. But first and foremost, as we're in the Gemini lunar season, check out that new moon and Gemini video. Those Gemini tarot forecasts, those new moon and Gemini tarot forecasts are for mid-June to mid-July. So go on and check those out to see what kind of energy you, your sign, or your moon or your rising will be actually working with during this month. We've got a couple of new retrogrades coming in, and I will have those videos coming up. I'll have those down in the description box as well. Mars and Neptune not coming up, we're actually in them already. Mars and Neptune are in retrograde, in addition to all them other planets. We're about to come out of the Jupiter retrograde coming up shortly here. Also getting ready to go into Mercury retrograde. I've got a playlist with all of my retrograde videos, so just check that out. But as of right now, we are dealing with the beginning of the Mars and the Neptune retrograde. So I would definitely watch those videos so you can see what energy is going on there. What else? Oh yeah, I did a little bonus tarot forecast for you guys. So check out your Summer Solstice tarot readings. The new moon in Gemini is for mid-June to mid-July. The Summer Solstice readings are for the summer season. So if you want kind of a general overview of what you will be dealing with or what could be coming in for you during these next few months, I would definitely check that out. Links are all down in the description box below. And oh, the most important part, why I told you guys to stay tuned, I am doing a tarot giveaway. I wanted to do something cool for my birthday, and you know the way life was set up, I couldn't in time get all these products for like a giveaway box. But until that happens, I had a client, I want to say a couple months ago, pretty much buy a reading to donate to somebody that really wants a reading and can maybe can't afford it, or somebody that, you know, just didn't want to spend the money on it but really wanted a reading. So I'm gonna have a giveaway. I will have that video coming up very shortly, sometime either today or tomorrow. Watch the video so you can enter correctly. There are rules, nothing drastic, nothing crazy, but I'm probably going to leave the video up for about a week, and then I will do the drawing, and then we'll go on and get that reading out for you. So free general tarot reading, not like a little one card. Like, I will be giving you a little bit of my time, and for anybody that has gotten a reading for me, I do give allotted times, but I typically sometimes tend to go over what the reading actually is because I like to get the messages out to you. I don't think it is cool to get paid, but the most important part is that I'm actually able to help y'all. So, you know, if you're interested in getting a tarot reading and you don't want to pay for that shit, go on and check out that video so you can try and win the reading for free. All right, y'all, I think that's it. If you like this video, if you feel like I gave you some good info, hit that little thumbs up button for me down below. If you have any questions or comments, as I've been saying, I'm back to checking my channel pretty frequently now, so go on and drop them down there. I will get back to you within a couple of days of seeing them, or of them going up. I typically respond as soon as I see them. If you have any Capricorn people in your life, or you know anybody that's into the astrologies, go on and send them this video so they have an idea of what energy we're working with right now during this time. And yeah, about that, thank you guys also for sharing my videos, because that's really how I get a lot of growth on my channel. And then lastly, subscribe if you want to keep up with what I have going on, my tarot videos, my astrology videos. I'm gonna have a few other things coming up on the channel as well very shortly. Yeah, now I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Happy birthday to my fellow Cancers, especially anybody born on June 29th. You're just the best. I love you. And because we're having a full moon on the 28th, happy birthday to y'all. I hope this full moon isn't super crazy for you, but it probably is. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.